Happy holidays. Long time I've been away, quite busy, held up. The last time I did a video was I was in China in my recent business trip that I had to do that was not planned for, an impromptu. But then my business required me to fly to China. It was very beautiful. I hope you did all enjoy the videos that I did shoot when I was in China in the whole month of November and in the first week of December. So it has been amazing, up and down. But you know what? I decided that I have to come here and do a video to update you on the business trip that is happening next year. You all know that we are having a business trip to China, that it is for everyone from any part of the world that you're in. This will be our fifth business trip. We are all joined by the people from the Caribbean, UK, Australia, Canada, US, in any part of the world, Africa that you're in. You can be able to join this mega business trip to China, where we visit different markets in China, to be precise, not less than 20 international markets. So you can imagine, I keep telling people, it's one thing for you to fly to China. If you've always had a dream to fly to China, it's another thing for you to know where to source specific things. So this will be a very intense kind of and tiring kind of a trip. So if you're planning to join us, you better start exercising, walking, because it requires a lot of walking. If you are not so fit to walk all day, I would advise you to wait until the day you'd be fit enough to be able to join us in our business trip, because China is a walking nation. People walk and walk and walk and walk. I mean, those markets require you to walk, like sometimes you can even do 10 kilometers a day just in one market. Can you imagine? So it is always a very tedious but a very, very productive kind of a business trip. So I'm urging you to join us, make your registrations. I know our deadline for the registration is on 30th of December, but if you're seeing this past 30th of December, you can write to us. Yes, you can write to us via our email and inquire if we have an available slot for you to be able to go to the next step of maybe making your registration or even joining us in our business trip, so that we can just give you a response. So if you're seeing this past 30th of December, just write to me and I'm going to respond to you. It will be a very beautiful business trip. I mean, so beautiful. In China, you don't just have to fly there and get a ready product. We are going to go to markets where you can find machines if you want to get yourself into production, which is, I think, it is the least favorite market to all the people that I fly to China. They don't like that market where you just find mechanical things, machines and all that. But I believe that you're supposed to fly to China with a very open mind, very, very open mind. Be ready to be taught, be ready to see, be ready to learn. You don't necessarily have to fly to China with the same idea that you flew with from your country. Example, if you sell clothes, don't be too rigid to be to accommodate other ideas that you're going to gather in your business trip, and instead concentrate on the clothes that you sell. No. Be ready to learn in our business trip. Be ready to explore these markets. You have no idea the things that I've seen people doing by just going to China, spotting a specific thing, taking it to the US, and it blows up to be one of the biggest sales or a very big business idea. I've seen people going to China, getting machines, getting themselves into production, and it ends up becoming one of the biggest things. So as we prepare to fly to China, have a very open mind to learn, to see. Let me tell you, one of the problems that happened to me in my initial business trips to China is that my mind was not open to see and to gather any other information apart from the clothes that I was selling and the shoes that I was selling. And that is why I wasted my first 3 trips to China until I got someone who told me, hey, think of other things that you can be able to get from China. Fee and the charges are right here. I'm going to attach them right here. You can be able to see, but basically it's 4,800. That is inclusive of a return ticket, tour guide or market guide, SIM card and VPN. We all know that in China we don't have Google, so I would want you to be able to access Google once you get to China, so that you can be able to communicate with your people back at home via WhatsApp, Instagram. If you have a business running, you can be able to continue running those ads and doing everything, accessing your emails. So I do take care of all that. And another thing is we have a flight that we're going to take when we're in China, a local flight that you're going to take to a specific market. The flight cost is included in there, accommodation is included there, and the visa processing. Now, when I talk of the visa processing for the people that are in Kenya only, that is getting you the right documents, the invitation, the TE letter, that is the invitation from the government of China, and all that for your biometrics, not the visa fee. You pay for the visa fee, which I think is $80 in Kenya. You pay it once you get to the embassy. But for the processing, getting you the right documents for your biometrics or for your visa appointment, that is on us. Now, for the people that are in UK, US, and all that, I would urge you to take care of the return ticket and the visa processing. For the people that are in US, I see them just doing it on the website and all that. It's not difficult, and even in Australia it's not very difficult. In the UK it's not very difficult. It only becomes intense when it comes to African countries, where again, if you're not from Kenya, you can get an agent from your local country to process for you the visa, and the fee is at $3,800. That is what we charge. Everything else is inclusive apart from the return ticket. So for the people that are in US that would want some documents to help them in the visa processing, we do provide that. So make your registrations. That's all that I can say, and make them as early as possible because of the process of the visa processing. I wouldn't want you to be quite frustrated with that whole process. We also do require to have enough time to be able to work on your visa processing, ticketing, and everything without the haste of doing things the last minute. And that is where our deadline for the registration is on 30th of December. But again, I said, if you're seeing these past the deadline date, you can write to me and I can be able to see what we can be able to do for you. We're going to just give you a straight up feedback. If we cannot be able to accommodate you, we're going to tell you. If we can, we're going to tell you so. So it will be a very, very beautiful business trip. All that I can encourage you to do if you're preparing to join me is you make your registrations on time, have your passport, and if you don't have your passport, note that we don't take the payments for the people that don't have passports. You'll have to first get the passport, or let us know that you don't have the passport, and see how well we can be able to help you. Start exercising, keep fit, and I keep insisting on this because China is a place where we're going to walk a lot. Can you imagine going to one market that has probably 10,000 outlets or 5,000 factory outlets, and you need to walk and you need to gather as much information as possible? So you need to start working out, walking, and all that. If you feel as if it will be so tedious for you, you can get a representative. You can get your daughter, your son, your sibling to just come on your behalf and get the information for you. All that I can say it is I'm ready. My whole team is ready. My whole team in China, my whole team here in Kenya, we are ready to prepare you from any part of the world that you're in to join us. Come, let's learn how to do our businesses so that 2025 can be different for us. I mean, there's nothing as beautiful as doing business. Did you ever know that? And there's nothing that will help you to be competitive other than getting to know the sources and getting to learn how to do the business itself. Because again, as I say, going to China is just like any other trip, but now learning how to navigate, how to do business in there, it's another whole thing. So just come, let me teach you what it has taken me almost a decade to learn, so that you might not be able to make the same mistakes that I've done throughout my journey of doing business, and you just become a better person. As I also go there to pick my merchandise and all that. And for the people that are targeting to sell their products on e-commerce platforms like Amazon, like Jumia, like Alibaba, just know that you cannot be very competitive if you don't know how to source your things from China. And shipping is easy. I know sometimes people get worried about the shipping, mostly the people that are in the US, Australia, Canada, UK. I have a global logistics agent in my team that helps you or teaches you how to ship things to your country without necessarily using the courier services that can end up sometimes being very expensive, like FedEx and all that. And you know, all these D4S, DHL can be very expensive when you're importing things for selling. But now in my case, I'll guide you. I have a team to guide you, to teach you how to do it the right way, so that again, I don't want you to fly to China and go buy everything, and maybe some of the things that you'll be buying are high risk in your country. So I have a team that will help you on this, and it will be a very, very productive and a beautiful business trip, as it has been since we started flying people to China in the month of October 2023. Once they did open their borders, that is when I started flying people to China. So another thing is that we have import classes, virtual import classes. They are like 4 or 5 hours classes. Anytime I announce that there is a class, please join. Even if you may not be able to fly to China, join the import class. Start importing things from China. Build your business. Who knows, maybe next year, a time like this, you'll be able, that business will be eligible to finance you for a whole business trip to China. So start somewhere. And even for the people that are joining me, or the people that will be flying to China and you've never learned how to import, I would urge you to join either of our import classes, like the one that is coming up on 29th of December. Join, learn how to do your imports, learn how to start a business, learn how to sustain a business. There's a lot to learn out here, so that you can be able to, to be fit to be able to successfully do your thing. So it will be a beautiful thing. I'm grateful. The year is coming to an end. We have had 3 business trips to China this year. The first one was in March, the other one was in May, June, the other one was in August. And was it August or September? Yeah, August, September. And I just thank God. I've taught not less than 3,000 people this year on how to do business and how to do imports. I'm just grateful because of you guys. You've given me an opportunity to teach and to mentor you. So see you in the year 2025. 2025 will be a different place, a different season to do your business. Mostly for us that we have been on that comfort zone of running ads on Instagram and making your sales. Be careful. In the year 2025, we have some very new strategies that have come up of running a business, selling on marketplaces. Selling on marketplaces has not been big for the longest time, mostly in our African countries, or Kenya to be precise. But right now, it is big. But next year, it will be one of the biggest things. So be very, very, very up on your game. Join our classes, learn how to do your business and imports, and just see how it is going to go. And I can't wait to just see you joining my classes. So please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and see you very soon.